Brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, I'm Cuba Libre, and welcome back to Let's Play Mark of the Ninja. Let's head to the last real level, the return.
We're almost there. When you meet your friends, your master, will you be ready?
Yep, pretty sure I'll be willing to just kill fucking everybody. Haven't had a problem with it so far. Whether they're my friends or not.
Here we are. I don't think anyone will be pleased to see us.
Just checking out my seals. I explored a little bit out in this
There's
opening
the
area.
entrance. Remember the key. Hidden in light, shown in shadow.
But there's nothing out here. Now, for the last level in the game, they introduce a completely new mechanic. There are these blocks that appear in the dark and disappear in light. And they make quite a bit of hay out of them. It's interesting that they throw this in at the end of the game. I guess that I like it. I mean, this game is stuffed full of mechanics, and it keeps steadily introducing new things to you. It doesn't wear out its welcome, and then it just ends, you know. They don't spend a whole lot of time rehashing territory and just piling stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff to make the game ridiculously long for no reason. And I very highly respect that. I like games that know when to end. Now this is pretty obvious. You turn the light on. There's a block over the vent you need to go down. So you just need to... But this solid block lowers steadily, so you just need to make it over there quickly before it blocks the light, and the light block regenerates, whatever you want to call it.
We've used these tunnels countless times to sneak out on missions. But this must be the first time anyone's used them to sneak in.
Now, and here is another new mechanic using the light. So, you've got these demon faces that have two eyes. If you shine light on both the eyes simultaneously, it acts as a switch. It activates some kind of trigger.
Are you alright? Are the hallucinations getting stronger? You have to be careful. You may start to see enemies who aren't even there. And if your mind thinks you've been shot, your body will believe it.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Those tracks will kill you, and so will the train. There's a reason no one but us ever uses these tunnels.
So you might notice that there were some weird floaty things in the past few rooms. Faces and weird things. That's the toxin getting to you. And as you'll see soon, even though we're at the dojo and all the enemies are actually the ninjas, your former comrades, they appear as the Hessian guards. Now, this is a continuation of the last mission where we were without our gear. It was all taken away from us. So, for this beginning part at least, we are still naked, no sword, and no items except darts. So we just have to avoid the enemies, basically. There's no way for us to kill them. So for that reason, here you have to distract these guards. There's no way to get out. There's way too much light, so you gotta break the lamps. Luckily, you can use them to distract the guards, and then just walk on by them. See ya. Now before I went down the train tunnel the wrong way, because I remember going down the wrong way leads to a bonus area at some point. This is the one, however, where that happens. This is kind of clever. The headlights from the train make the block go away, so you have to time it. And if you don't time it right, you die. And here's our last challenge room. Once again, it's built around the unique mechanic that's introduced in this level. So it's all about the light blocks. Now, stupidly, it goes through the whole rigmarole at the beginning of showing you there's actually 2 blocks on those pedestals that could be blocking the lasers coming down either side of me right now. And if you just blow out the light in the middle, it takes the light off those blocks, they reappear and block the lasers. Now you have problems as you open these other, as you turn on these other lights on the side, because they shine in and relight those middle blocks and force you to deal with the middle lasers again. But with the teleport, it's all irrelevant. You can always get past them. It's just a little easier if you take it out. I'm just too dumb. It's also a little faster because you have to wait for the teleport to recharge every time you want to go through the middle. So by turning on the switches, it basically opens up all those doors, the eye mask switch things at the top, turn off the lasers guarding the generators. Now everything's dead, and I just need to get up into the middle. Whoop! Thank God for teleport.
Funeral rites for the one who bears them.
Before dawn, the ninja, or Kunoichi, bears the mark kneels in the light of the final. The clan has no power over them, but still their love for the final prayer.
Before we go any further, you'll need weapons. Old Tyra always kept plenty on hand at the top of the watchtower.
I don't know who that is, but thanks for leaving your weapons lying around. Unfortunately, I caught this guard on the wrong half of his patrol, and because I have to be going up at an angle. Oh, stalker over there. Rather, as he walks down the stairs, I can't really just jump over him flat out. So, unfortunately, I need to wait until he goes all the way by. Now this, you can see the little radius. I'm like, nah, clearly it'll hit him. Totally doesn't hit him. Totally wasted a 600-point object kill, but oh well. Oh well indeed. I'll just have to take care of him once I get my sword. Oh, good job. Luckily it starts me off back here. So, maybe I should have used the fancy schmancy vision mode, but first you have to get this block set up. Obviously I should have seen that coming. It wouldn't have put it there if I didn't need to use it. So what I'm trying to do is jump onto the thing high enough that I can then jump up, and it turns out you can just jump straight up until, if you have the teleport, you can just jump straight up and teleport up here.
Even in death, you never let us down.
You don't need to play with the
Now we must
rising
find
block.
Azar before they find us.
Yeah, shut up. So, let's buy some upgrades. This is the last pretty useful upgrade. Parachute cloth. It allows you to hold down the jump button and float down so you don't fall so quickly. It's useful. Sometimes you don't unlock it until this stage, so it's not like you have the whole game to use it. Whatever. Cardboard box. It's just like Metal Gear Solid. If you hide in it, if you don't move, the guards will... It's basically movable cover. But if you move while they're looking at you, they will detect you. The upgrade just allows you to do a stealth kill directly from the box as people walk by. And then the last attack item, caltrops. Frankly, I've never used them. I can't see how they would be different from spike mines. You lay them on the ground, and they're stationary. And guys walk over them. The spike mines kill people. If the caltrops don't kill them, I don't know what they do. So, I don't know. Never needed to use them. So I fail as a Let's Player and explainer of this game, because I really don't know what they do that's different from spike mines. Now, the last upgrade I got was just armor. It gives you another health point. Again, I don't need it because I never really get in combat, but I'm pretty much down to like the last shit to buy. And it's more useful than the other things, which are new kinds of attacks, which I don't need. Now, notice when I kill these guards, it makes a little widgy thing. And then they turn into little ninja corpses. So these are actually, of course, the ninjas of the clan. They just appear as guards to me because the toxic ink makes me want to see everything as something that I want to kill. No reason not to kill the stalker. I got the darts, might as well use them. Get points. No biggie. Now notice that once they are under the influence of the terror dart, even though it doesn't actually terrorize them, I can stealth kill them. I noticed this earlier. If you walk up next to them, it gives you an attack prompt. I don't think it gives you the 800 point Bloody Whisper like the elite guards. I think it just gives you a stealth kill, 400 points. So there's no real reason to do it when instead you could just wait for the dart to run out and kill them and get 600 point tool kill instead. But I confess I haven't actually tested that this run. Not really relevant because I still get plenty of points and get all the seals, but something to keep in mind to test out real quick if you indeed want to go for like a top score run. I should mention regarding that, this is me just refilling my dart because I used one. At the beginning, when I started recording this Let's Play, there were no leaderboards, but now there are. They added them in a patch like in the middle of me making this. So there are leaderboards, the top scores, like the top scores are like cheaty high. I don't know what people are doing to exploit to get those points. The sort of 3rd, 4th, 5th place type scores seem doable but very difficult. So depending on how you feel about it, may or may not be worth competing. But now that was something I just decided to try. I don't think I'd ever actually decided to just try tossing a corpse directly at a dude into his vision range from like in the dark. Turns out it just distracts the guard, it doesn't terrorize him. To terrorize him, it has to be dropped from a height. I don't really know what the difference is, but... Oh, I love this. For whatever reason, the stalkers are just hanging out directly in front of the arrow traps. So all I have to do is move the light out of the way so they don't see you at the switch. And then you have to be able to move out of the way quickly because you are also in front of one of them. I don't know why they would be hanging out in front of a couple arrow traps, staring at a switch that would activate the arrow traps and kill them. But they are, and it sure is fun to pull a switch and kill 2 stalkers. It's always satisfying to kill stalkers. I fucking hate them.
This area is crawling with stalkers. It might be safer to duck into the subway tunnels and sneak past them.
So this building is just chock full of stalkers, and it is no fun. So, there's another one up there, and yeah, and another one. No, thank you. No me gusta. I'm gonna take the sewers, like she said, at least to begin. I could kill 2 of them. I'm carrying 2 terror darts. This might be where that one path comes into play, where you can carry double attack items. You know, I could kill all 4 of those dudes, just straight up and walk through. Of course, pretty sure there's a scroll down here, so it's worth your while to come down here anyway. Now, as you saw, there's one light. Obviously, that switch shoots the arrow traps as well as opens the door. So you have to bust out that light so that when it comes back on, the blocks the arrows. Here we go. If you can see that, the eye mask switches on the wall connect to arrow traps. And the switch on the floor connects to the light. So you have to turn off the light so you can drag it all the way over to get rid of the block that's blocking your way out. But if you do it while those switches are on, it'll activate the arrow traps, so you don't want to do that. And this guy's just... why would he even be there? What a terrible idea for him to do. There's a random scroll, just hanging out.
At sunset, the entire clan takes part in the Kotsu-age and offers their gratitude to the one who has become an ancestor. A lesson and a warning. The master buries the remains in the shrine in the heart of Hisomujo. For without this death, the clan could not stand.
I don't see why that's so bad. Dying to save the clan and living on forever in their memories. But you know, I'm a traditionalist, what can I say? What can I say? So now I'm on the other side of that building that was filled with stalkers, horribly. But the last scroll is in this building, so I need to get in there somehow. So here's a fun thing. Lucky for me, those brief flashes didn't count as seeing me. For whatever reason, that stalker also got distracted, I think, by hearing the dart hitting the guard or something. But anyways, this coming up right here is horrible. So I do not successfully anticipate just how powerful those green radii are, nor how mobile the stalkers are. So I get an alert and I'm like, shit, let's restart a checkpoint. Oh wait. Oh wait. It's just gonna start me literally right in front of the stalker where she will automatically see and kill me. So yes, I do have to restart the entire level because this checkpoint totally fucked me. So I had to play it all the way back there again. And this time I say, fuck it, this chick is dead. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Son of a bitch, piece of shit. So the checkpointing in this game could use work. It should never put you in an unwinnable situation. This is just like that time. Oh balls. Oh balls. See, you can see. Now now it's saved. Not only that she got hit by the terror dart, but exactly where she was in the countdown for the... So sometimes it saves things extremely specifically like that. But then other times, it puts you in a completely different place you've never even been before, and totally screws you. I don't know, it makes no sense.
Pyre is erected 6 feet tall and kindled with branches from the trees of Hisomujo. The body is placed on the pyre and burned. The fire scorches off the mark, and the spirit slips free of the trials of this life.
Truly a noble death. And that's the last scroll right there. So this is just on the other side of that little building I was just on. Alright. This fucking room is amazing. There's so many awesome tactical situations here. There's a power box up at the top left that turns off all the lights. Unfortunately, I played this many times because it's really fun. And there's a way to get all these dudes terrorized, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I needed the last seal, which is to stealth kill 3 hallucinations, aka regular guards that aren't stalkers, because I guess the stalkers aren't actually hallucinations, in 15 seconds. And they mean you have to kill them. So guards killing each other by being terrorized doesn't count, unfortunately. So terrorizing everyone here is counterproductive. It's much better for me to kill 3 people manually by myself to get the seal. So in a maximum points playthrough, you'd want to do all the terrorization, and it's really fun. So I hung that one body up underneath the light pole. You can make the guys turn around and see the hanging body and terrorize the 2 on the top left. Then use a dart or toss a corpse, one of those 2 corpses down to terrorize the guys on the bottom, so they kill the stalker for you as well as each other. It's really fun. This might be like my favorite little stealth killing puzzle in the game right here. Of course, if you were being stealthy, you would just run through it with the grapple points really fast without stopping. So, but if you want to kill everyone, it's really there's lots of options. It's pretty cool. Which makes sense because we're near the end of the game here. There's one more significant area, and then we're approaching the end. It makes me sad. I've had fun doing this for you guys. I hope you've had fun watching. But of course we have the very serious plot analysis still left to go. Ooh, Hangman's Hymn. I haven't done many of these, a couple in this stage, but it's been a long time. Because we've been in all those crazy desert places. They don't have nearly as many grapple points just hanging around for you to use. They have those ones that blow up and stuff. It sucks, man. These environments are way cooler. Now, if you see that grate right in front of me right now, that is not an air vent. That is a spears, and if you step on it, spears fly out of it and fucking straight kill you. So I'm hoping to lure that stalker onto it. But you see there's a slight delay from when you step on it to when they come out. So she runs quick enough. But is she dumb enough to wander slowly while distracted on top of them? You bet she is! Oh man. For how threatening and mobile and aware stalkers are, they're pretty dumb, man. They are pretty dumb. Yes, it's hilarious the first time you see them because you assume it's an air vent. It looks similar, although it's not identical, and you just run over it and then you just die. And you're like, hey, that hurts. Sorry. But
we're back. Not much of a homecoming, is it? It's time to confront Azai. At this hour of the night, he must be in his garden.
Well, there's no way to take care of the elite guard without using an item. So I check out the other ways first to see if maybe I'm missing something. If there's perhaps a alternate way that would allow me to kill the guard, because I only have one terror dart that just appeared in my inventory with the checkpoint. And in case there's any stalkers around, I kind of want to save the dart. But it is what it is. If you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So if you're playing stealthily, you'd have to go this way. I guess unless you used a smoke bomb on a guard or something. But it's irrelevant because... yeah. You have to come back here twice. First you need to go down, because you need to find a switch to open the final doors. Then you need to come back up here and exit. I'm really, really hoping to do the prowling spider kill from inside the side vent. It's one of the coolest ones, maybe just because it's the rarest one. But there just aren't many situations in the game that allow you to do that. Maybe if I busted out the light, he would walk underneath it and I can do it. I didn't think about that at the time. Just thinking about that right now. But whatever. Dude's dead. Do I really need the extra 200 points? No. Am I getting slightly lazier and just wanting to beat the game? Maybe. Yes, thank you for the conveniently placed gong. Observe the creepy floating face just hanging out there for no particular reason. The tattoos are bad. They are very bad.
We haven't set foot in here since we were students.
Perhaps once necessary, but now bad.
Do you remember this test? The statue holds the lever tight, and you have to find the release.
Welcome to the last stealth challenge in the game. This is also a nice little room. It's sort of split into two halves. First you have the contemplative, stealthy puzzle half, where you get to take your time and pick apart all these guys, and there's lots of different routes and lights and vents and things. It's actually pretty simple, but it's satisfying. Once this is done, it activates a another timed stealth challenge, which I think is just the second in the game, aside from that other room in down in the catacombs with all the gas and the dogs and the broken ass checkpoints that threw me into hiding spaces right next to dogs where they would automatically detect me. I don't know if you remember all that, but I do, because it was a nightmare. This one is cooler. It sends in a bunch of stalkers after you and you have to evade them all. Or kill them if you can. Oh god. It's a problem when people are on little ledges like that. If you're not quote-unquote right behind them. Sometimes you will accidentally melee attack them because you're not in the correct space for a prompt for a stealth kill. Whatever. It all worked out in the end. Everyone on this side of the room is dead, so his loud death cry was irrelevant. Once again. Come close to the vent, come close to the vent, come close to the vent. Come on, go. Not even close. Well. Really, at the end of the day, the same fate that befalls all who oppose me. I don't know why I'm busting the lights, because I know stalkers are coming and they have night vision, so it's utterly irrelevant. I did close the doors on purpose to block their sight lines, so I could have a little more freedom running around. Once they get in here. Turns out to be mostly irrelevant. Whoa, here they come.
This is part
Watch
of the
out,
test
boy.
too.
They'll chew
The
you
doors will
up.
open on their own after a few moments. Just hold on.
Whoa, here they come. She's a man-eater. So, this switch activates the spikes that it's right on top of. But remember, there's a slight delay from when you trigger the spikes to when they go up. So can I use this to kill stupid stalkers as they run right into it? Yes. I could probably kill all three of them like in a little train using the same tactics, but it's kind of more fun to hide, frankly. Uses more of your acrobatic abilities and whatnot. Anyways, the time limit is much shorter. It's actually a lot easier than that one in the catacombs. There's just 3 stalkers and the time goes by pretty quickly. There's no escalation. They don't start pumping gas in and sending dogs in. But I suppose they considered it an appropriate way to end the game. After all, the stalkers are, in a certain sense, your greatest challenge. And I just outwitted a trio of them who were eagerly searching for me.
Now nothing stands between us and Azai.
Here we are, approaching our master and enemy, Azai. What will happen?
Welcome home.
A tense moment of suspense. We do not know what will happen. The last stage of the game is just like the ending. There's no real gameplay. And it's during that time that I will go over my plot analysis with you, tell you what I think of the game, what I think the plot means, why I think it's actually a lot cooler than it appears at the first. One of the reasons I like this game a lot, in the end. Not one of the reasons I started playing it, but one of the reasons I continue to play it now that I've finished. But at any rate, that's the last real level, all 9 seals, that's all the seals in the game. Hope you enjoyed watching these as much as I enjoyed making them. I'll see you for the last level and my fancy schmancy plot analysis. See you next mission.